What is up? What is up? How you doing, Starwind? This is not an episode of our little podcast. Just recording a little video because things are happening in the gaming world. And in case you weren't aware and you live under a rock, the state of play was today, and I skimmed through it when I got home, and you watched it live. Just tell me what you're feeling. Tell me what you're thinking. Tell me what's going on.
I actually really enjoyed it. I was actually really excited for a lot of the stuff they announced. I'm just now remembering that I don't know if you want me to start name dropping, but
Man's is ready to talk. He just
yeah.
First, just really quick before we get into all that, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. Let us know what you thought about the state of play. Let us know how your excitement level is for the Summer Game Fest coming up in about 2 days, or also tell us what your excitement level is for the Switch 2 launch week. There's a lot happening. Yeah, there's so much. Yep. And I was taking a look back at our analytics. Okay, 87% of the people who watch us are not subscribed. So y'all motherfuckers need to hit the subscribe button. And
That's
like,
a lot of people not subscribed.
Dead ass. There's a lot of people watching us that we have no clue who they are. So please just drop a like, drop a subscribe, and just talk to us in the comment section. We'd like to know what goes on in your mind. But if you want to just start name dropping, you just want to start talking off the noggin, go ahead, please, by all means.
So if we start from the beginning, the Luminous Arise. I feel like that was a really good way to start off the show. Like a little bit of music. It felt like a little like concert opening. I didn't really mind that much.
The Tetris Effect shit.
Yeah, the Tetris Effect people. Yeah. It wasn't like nothing crazy. I was like, oh, like at first I thought it was just like an opening song, and then it started like going into like all these game effects. I was like, oh, it's a game. Oh, okay. Like I didn't mind. Then we have.
Oh, I was gonna say I thought it was Yakuza. I'm not gonna lie to you in the beginning because they had the guy walking through Tokyo. Well, it looked like Tokyo or Shinjuku. And I was just like, what is going on?
After that was Capcom's BioShock, Pragmata.
Bro, Pragmata has been announced since when the PS5 dropped. Yeah, they announced at the same time they announced RE Village. Yeah.
So it's actually pretty funny because when the video started, like as they were talking, I was like, wow, I don't think modern gaming is for me. I don't like any of this. I was like, if this is like another shooter game or something, or how they're gonna open up like a reveal for a game, I was like, I don't care for any of this. I don't care for the aesthetic or nothing. And then it changed into the Capcom / Kojima / BioShock game.
You think it looks like BioShock?
Yeah, having the little girl running your back, and like how you're interacting with the environment and stuff.
It gave me more Dead Space vibes.
Yeah, I could kind of see that, but I think like they're going more for a BioShock / Death Stranding vibe.
Interesting. Yeah, I could see the Death Stranding influences. I definitely went more of a Dead Space vibe. I mean, I liked it. I thought it looked okay. The issue is that it took so long for us to get here. Like, I was excited when I saw that Capcom was coming up with a new IP way back when they announced it, and then every year I was like, it's just the Pragmata year. And I remember like 2 years ago they announced that they were still working on the game. And
didn't they announce Pragmata before Exoskeleton, and that came out and died?
Exoprimal.
That's what it's called. Yeah.
Yeah, that game didn't really do that well. They announced this shit. We got Resident Evil 4 remake announced after this. Got 2 Monster Hunter games, I think. I think Rise and Wilds came up post announcement of this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
No way.
They announced this in 2020, bro. Rise was 21.
Ugh.
Yeah, we got 2 Monster Hunter games and 2 Resident Evil games.
Yeah, it's a 5-year-old announcement. Yeah.
Street Fighter 6 came out.
Yikes! And we about to go into what, season 3 of
Street
Street
Fighter
Fighter?
6, yeah, and we got 2 Capcom collections.
No, 3. There's been 3.
Well, 2 since they announced this, I think.
No, because wasn't the first one like with the Darkstalkers? Because that's the first collection. Then there's the Marvel collection, and then there's the one with CVS2 and all those other games. There's 3 Marvel game collections.
There's 3,
That's
but I
assuming
thought the first one came out before 2020. Like I thought the first one was a PS4 game. Like all 3 of them
No.
are PS4 games, but I thought it was like a
no.
Hmm.
Oh, you know what you're thinking of? You're thinking of the beat 'em up collection.
no.
So there's 4.
I'm thinking about the Street Fighter one.
Street Fighter Anniversary?
Hold on.
That's definitely older.
No. No.
Yeah, Capcom Fighting Collection 1 came out June 24th of 2022.
Oh yeah. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah,
this
there's
was
3 of them.
announced when they announced SF6.
Yeah. There's 3 fighting game collections, and then there's the beat 'em up collection.
Hmm.
So 4 collections of games have come out before Pragmata.
Yep. That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. Yeah. I mean, I'm probably gonna get it because I'm a Capcom shill.
It doesn't look bad. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like it'll be a fun experience. Like I'm not expecting game of the year from this or anything.
It gave me Stellar Blade vibes. In
Okay,
terms of
so
its voice
when
acting.
Stellar Blade first got announced, I think they also announced this, and I was like, oh, like they're going a similar route. But this is obviously very different.
Yeah, but the voice acting and character designs feel like Stellar Blade.
I don't know about character designs.
Nah, that bitch look like Eve. Like the face model, like the way it looks, the way they animate, like it just feels like Stellar Blade. The music too feels like Stellar Blade. I don't know, and I love Stellar Blade. Don't get me wrong. Behind all the gooning shit, Stellar Blade is actually a good game.
It is.
But yeah. I'm not like over the moon for it. But I am excited for it. Hold on, give me 1 second, okay?
Okay.
Okay. But yeah, Pragmata, probably a day one purchase for me, just because, like I said, I just support anything Capcom makes. But what about you?
Yeah, I'm down for Pragmata. Like, there's nothing that's like pushing me away from it. Because even like the references that like I can think of are all games that like I enjoyed. So like even if it's a semblance like any of those games, like I think I'm perfectly fine with that.
What was after Pragmata?
Romeo is Dead Man. I want to play that. I want to play that a lot. It's a grasshopper game. I really want to play Romeo is Dead Man.
Yeah,
The beginning trailer looked terrible, and then once he like injected the thing in his face, I was like, "Oh, I'm playing this 100%. I want to play as fake Chainsaw Man. I definitely want to do this."
did they show gameplay?
Yeah.
So I saw the beginning of the trailer and then I skipped it.
Ah, you're a bum. You're a bum.
And then I skipped it and then I saw Suda51 talking and I was just like, wait, what?
Yeah, man. Romeo is Dead Man looks really good. It looks extremely good, man.
I didn't know they showed
It looks
gameplay.
so much fun.
What does it play
so
like?
much fun. Think like Lollipop Chainsaw or like damn, what was the other Killing Floor? Like a better version of Killing Floor. Like it doesn't look as jank. Like the animations look really smooth.
You know I love Lollipop Chainsaw.
Yeah, I know. So the whole concept is that he's like a time traveling like FBI agent. So he has to like go to like different timelines and different universes to capture people. But he's Dead Man. Which is like the name is so ridiculous. But like I'm so for it. I'm here for it, man.
When did it come out?
Did they not release date for it? It just says 2026.
Everything here pretty much is 2026, besides like the things we knew.
Yeah.
Because Pragmata said
But
2026.
yes. But yeah, man. Romeo is Dead, man. I'm really here. I'm here for it.
I would have to watch
Then
it again.
you should. You definitely should. After that with Silent Hill F, which oh
God, that fucking game, bro.
it looked so good,
That
so
fucking game.
good. When she was interacting with the like scarecrow looking thing, I was like, what are you doing?
Yeah, the atmosphere, the music, the characters, the graphics, the combat, everything, like the environments, everything just looks so fucking good in that game. Like, I don't know. Like Konami, they were like, we're coming back to making video games. And it's like they never lost. Like it's like we skip anything past 2004 to up in this point. It feels like they're just back to that form that they had, and it's good shit. It's such good shit. That game looks amazing. It was so good. That's a day one buy for me.
Yes, it definitely is.
That was September 24th, I believe.
Yes.
Which is perfect. I just finished Silent Hill 2 Remake again. And that game is a 10 out of 10 fucking masterpiece. I'm just so happy with what they're doing with the Silent Hill series. And I'm ready for Bloober to remake another one of them, and then I'm ready for Konami to keep dropping games like Silent Hill F.
Yeah, so it's so funny because then right after Silent Hill, they announced Bloodstained, and I'm looking at it and I'm
I thought that was Castlevania. I swear to God.
Exactly. So the first 2 seconds, I was like, "Oh shit, Castlevania!"
That's
And
me
I
too.
looked at the character models, and I was like, "Oh, it's Bloodstained," because it's the exact same character models from Bloodstained. And I was just like, "Oh, I'll take it either way. Give it to me."
So I never played Bloodstain. So I watched maybe the first like minute of the trailer, and I was like, "Oh, this dude must have been jumping up and down because this shit looks just like Castlevania." Like I was waiting for the Castlevania reveal, and it said Bloodstained. I was just like, "Oh."
It's still a good game though. The Bloodstained games are really good, man. I own like all 5 of them. They're amazing.
There's
But then
5?
again, I eat up that. Yeah.
I thought there was one.
No, there's 5 of them.
What the fuck? It's made by the people who made Castlevania, no?
One of the guys. Yeah, one of the guys.
Where are the other 4?
They're all on consoles. What are you talking about? They all get rid. Oh, so you know what it is? 3,
I'm
no,
looking this
4
shit up
of
right
them.
now.
4 of them look like Super Nintendo games. I think that's what it is. So that's probably like why you don't care, or like you probably like don't even acknowledge it.
I know Ritual of the Night.
Yeah, and then there's a bunch more that are like no. The Ritual of the Night is the original one.
I have Ritual of the Night from PlayStation Plus.
Yeah. So that's the regular one.
I wanted to play Ritual of the Night. I remember singing it and I was excited for it.
Yeah. But then outside of that, there's what are the other ones called? Okay, I'll tell you right now. Curse of the Moon. Then there's Curse of the Moon 2.
There are 3 main Bloodstained games. Bloodstained, Curse of the Moon, Bloodstained, Curse of the Moon 2, and Bloodstained, Ritual of the Night.
Yes, but there's another one. What's the name of the other one? They can't just be 2.
There's 3.
No, but I'm talking about like the Super Nintendo looking ones. Did I just imagine another game?
You imagine 5.
Huh. I guess I did. So yeah, I guess so now we're at 4 with Scarlet.
Curse of the Moon came out
before the main game.
Interesting. All I knew about was the first one. That's crazy. But yeah, definitely up your alley.
100%. I was so excited. Everything about that trailer, I was eating it up. Gobble gobble gobble. I was like,
Yeah,
which is funny because I was just playing Circle of the Moon, and then I went to go play Order of Ecclesia.
we were talking about this during our predictions podcast. We were saying we wanted a new Castlevania, but also this is kind of like essentially the same realm.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So, not outlandish, not too outlandish, not too outlandish. What was after that?
Digimon. Yo,
I know you loved the Digimon
so excited, bro. It is so crazy to me that this game looks like it has an actual narrative. Like the last two Digimon story games, like they had like narratives, but not really. Like they were like those like stupid bullshit like cliche anime ones. It's like, oh my god, like we're in a real Japanese place. Oh my god, oh I'm walking around Shibuya. Fucking immersion. No, this is Digimon story, bro. Yo, the shit that they were showing in the fucking animations. I'm like, yo, like how is it that Bandai is out here trying so desperately to fucking keep up with Pokemon? They put out this fucking game. They even put out a fucking tactics game. Fucking what was it, like 2-3 years ago? That shit was also amazing. What the fuck is going on with Pokemon, bro? Bandai is out here suffering to get money out this fucking franchise, bro. And
Wait,
it's paying off, bro.
wait, I'm confused.
What?
They don't have story?
We talking about?
Like you said that this one actually has lore, like story.
No, so the Digimon Cyber Sleuth, the story is like so cliche and bland that like I don't consider it. It's not like it's like you're like you just turn your brain off and like you walk from like one location to the next, you fight something, they just like a bunch of fetch quests. It's nothing like serious. There's nothing like to actually like you're not gonna get to a certain point in the game and be like, oh my god, like I didn't see that happening. It's like, oh, this one person's having trouble with their mother, or like they feel insecure, and then you go and fight like a bad guy in a fucking CD store. It's like it's really dumb.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So in the Cyber Sleuth game, you're based out of a mall that's actually in Japan. So like there's like a little cafe that you go to like to talk to the other protagonist like characters, like the little side characters and shit. Then you like go to the digital world and you like run around, and then like someone be like, oh my god, I'm in pain, and you have to like go somewhere else and like figure out how to help them. It's like stupid shit like that. Like I don't think there's like an actual. I would have considered like a compelling narrative.
Interesting. So, what do these games play like?
Oh, they're just turn-based RPGs. But the thing with the Digimon games is that you have to like actually like raise the Digimon and do specific things to get them to turn into specific Digimon. So like if you wanted like a War Greymon or something, like there's like two Digimon that you have to like get to a certain level and then like you fuse them so that they can become the other guy. But you could also like dial them back to the other Digimon if you want to. Yeah, there's like a little park type thing that you put them in, and you feed them meat. You have them train like specific stats. There's like other items that you give them to like raise friendship levels and shit like that. There's also, so in the Cyber Sleuth game, it was kind of annoying because sometimes to get to a certain Digimon, you would have to like digivolve and de-digivolve a certain number of times so that a certain stat would rise, so that they would meet the prerequisite to turn into a super strong Digimon. If that makes sense, what I'm saying.
That makes sense. I always wanted to try these games, but I didn't know how they played.
Yeah, they're just turn-based RPGs. They're like legit like Pokemon games.
Yeah, because Pokemon's pretty streamlined. Like I grew up with that, so like that makes sense to me. But
yeah,
this is Digimon. Always, even like the anime, always felt more teen-ish.
100%.
Where like Pokemon felt more childish.
Yeah.
You know? What was the Digimon show where they were the Digimon? It was like 5 of them.
Frontier.
Are you Frontier?
Frontiers, yeah. That's what the train, the boy who turns into like the lion, the girl who turns into the fairy, the boy who turns
Yes,
into a beetle, the wolf, and then the little snow teddy bear.
Yeah, I used to watch the
Yeah,
shit out of
that's
that as a
Frontiers.
kid.
Frontiers is really good. Yeah,
I gotta
a
watch
lot of
it. I
people
want to
sleep on
rewatch it.
Frontiers.
I gotta find it. I want to rewatch it.
Tamers to me is the best one.
I don't think I've
That's the
seen
one
that
that
one.
came right before that one.
I don't think I've seen that one. I remember watching the original one. I saw the one with the new kids when
Oh, that's season 2. Yeah,
what the fuck is his name? The little
David?
kid, Ty's brother. Yeah, he like not Ty. Matt.
TK.
Matt's brother. Yeah, TK. Yes. Yes. And then the movie is so good. So
Yeah.
good. I love that movie. I got one of the Digimon games for free. Maybe I'll go and try it.
You should. I enjoy them. The tactics game, Digimon Survive, is also really.
Speaking of tactics,
Yep.
how you
That was a pretty
feeling?
good segue. I don't know. I wish it had some of the Lions content, but it seems like what a lot of these remasters that Square Enix is doing, like they're not adding additional content that they've made for their own game. So it's like it's pretty weird because even like the pixel remasters for FF1 and 2, they didn't add any of the extra dungeons. What was another game they did? Oh, Dragon Quest 3. There's like some extra dungeons that they didn't add into the game. So I'm like, I'm really enjoying the fact that I'm getting these games back, but I'm just like, I know that there's more. Why aren't you giving it to me?
Wait,
But
I'm
I'm excited.
confused. What do you mean they're cutting content? Like Dragon Quest 3 came out years ago.
Yeah.
So like, what content are they cutting?
So what ends up happening is that like sometimes when they ported the game previously, they would add additional content. And
So
now they're
what
not
port
giving
did
us
they
that.
add content to?
So Final Fantasy 1 on the PSP, on the Game Boy Advance, and no, it's just those two. So those two have extra dungeons that they didn't put in, and then the same thing for Dragon Quest. It was the Game Boy Advance, if I'm not mistaken, and I can't remember what the other ones. I'm pretty sure there's. Oh, I think it's the no, it's not the mobile version. Yeah, because the mobile version is the Switch one that they released like a couple years ago. Yeah, so it's just the Game Boy Advance one for Dragon Quest 3. That there was extra dungeons, there's like extra medals and stuff that you can get that they didn't add. And then for Final Fantasy Tactics, they it's essentially a remake called Final Fantasy Tactics War of the Lions. That was on the PSP that had extra content and different character models and everything, but that content isn't here. It's just the PS1 version that we're getting. So that's what I'm saying. They keep doing that. And then also for Final Fantasy 3 and 4, there were remakes on the PSP and the 3D and the DS. Well, Final Fantasy 4, the After Years was also, I think, a Japanese mobile game too. But that also had additional content that's in the Pixel remaster. But then all the stuff for Final Fantasy 3, they didn't add. So I'm just like I know that there's more content. Like, why are you like just give me everything? Just why are you doing this?
So, how short is Dragon Quest 1 and 2? That they're bundling those, but 3 is its own release. So like I understand that they dropped 3 first because 3 is technically the first one in the series, chronologically.
Yes. Yeah.
But they're bundling 1 and 2. Does just 1 kind of like devoid of content? So like they feel like they have to put it with 2.
The game is short in terms of like locations that you go to, but that game is so fucking grindy that it eats up so much time. Like both of those games are like really hard to get into because the encounter rate is so ridiculous. It is like insane. And then there's like a gigantic difficulty curve that like you have to go back and grind just to beat the end game.
So
But Dragon Quest 3 is what made Dragon Quest popular. Like that is like at least in Japan that is like the Dragon Quest game.
is that the Final Fantasy
So-
4?
Yeah. So there was no way that they would ever bundle that with 1 and 2 since they were remaking it.
Mhm.
I feel like it's easier for people to digest having to pay for 1 and 2 together, but no one would have done like 1, 2, and 3. Like most people would just bought the third one and then just been like, fuck 1 and 2.
Mm.
So this is how they're getting people to play the other 2 games.
Yeah, because I thought they were gonna do 3, 1, and then 2, but then I saw that they were doing 1 and 2, and I was just confused on it. But to me, it made sense that like 1 is not a long game, or one of them is not really long.
Oh yeah, 1 and 2 aren't that long. They're just super grindy. Like you spend so much time battling.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, they look gorgeous. These games look amazing.
Oh yeah, I love it.
Yeah, they're absolutely gorgeous. And then 3 has voice acting in it,
Yes, sir.
which is really nice. Nice.
They're also adding new characters in the 1 and 2, which I was like very surprised. So it's like it's weird. Like they give us extra content and they feel.
I would love if they did that to the Final Fantasy games.
What do you mean?
Like remake them in that style.
Oh, I hear what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, cause like the pixel remasters are just that. Like they're just remasters of the already old looking game. But I would love if they took like 1 through 6 and made them just like what they did. Or at least like, you know, the popular ones. Cause I know they're numbered differently in the US compared to Japan.
Oh yeah. When they first came out, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because we never got 3 in the West.
Mm-hmm.
They jumped. It was 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6 that we got. Yeah. We never got 3.
I downloaded 6. I want to play 6. I heard a lot of good things about 6.
Yes.
And I think I want to play it.
6 is really good.
Especially since I just finished Expedition 33. And I want more turn-based. Bro, that game is a 10 out of 10, man. It's a 10 out of 10. Like, I don't see any game beating it this year. I think the closest thing that game will get to getting beat is probably like Silent Hill F. But, yeah. I don't know. It's going to be tough.
This year yet.
That is a tough one to beat. That is a tough one to beat. They showed Delta.
Oh no, you're skipping too far ahead, man. You gotta respect that everybody's golf hot shots.
I skipped that. I didn't see that. All I saw was Pac-Man.
Yeah, it was everyone. So what's getting me so upset about Sony is that like, why are they putting so much into this everybody golf IP? Like they keep releasing these games. This is like I feel like the third one that I've seen.
This shit was on the move.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Remember the PlayStation move?
Where's my Jack and Dexter, bro? Where's my Sly Cooper? I don't understand why. Like, give me an Ape Escape. They over here talking about Ape Escape in these other games. Give me Ape Escape. Give me something else. Just like try something.
It's crazy because Astrobot will have you confused, thinking that PlayStation actually cares about their IPs.
Exactly. I'm like, y'all know what y'all got. Why you not giving me nothing?
Yeah. PlayStation got some bomb ass IPs that they just don't use.
It's very strange to me. Very, very strange.
It's very weird too, yeah.
Like I definitely feel like they could have put out like another Uncharted instead of everybody's golf. And I feel like that would have probably made more money.
Well,
like
Naughty Dog is a completely different company than what it was when Uncharted was coming out. Let's remember that.
But they own that IP though.
Yeah, but this is a Naughty Dog call at the end of the day. Like
I don't think so.
No, 100%. Like Naughty Dog they run themselves. And I think they've earned that right to run themselves because
if they own the IP and if they're doing other projects, if Sony needs money, they could be like, we're gonna have someone else this game.
I don't think it works like that with Naughty Dog.
But because you're under the assumption that Naughty Dog owns some of the IP. I'm pretty sure it's Sony that owns everything.
You think so?
100%.
I don't think they would give it up to anyone else though. Like I don't think Sony would be like, hey, We need you to make this Uncharted game. Well, yeah, because the Vita one is made by Ben Studios. Yeah, it's made by the Days
The
Gone.
same thing
devs.
with God of War.
No, God of War was always Santa Monica.
No, but doesn't Sony owns that, don't they? Yeah, Sony owns it.
Yeah, Sony owns Santa Monica, but I don't think they've ever outsourced.
No, here it says Ready at Dawn and then Java Ground. I mean, I don't know who that is. And then
I mean-
Blue Point, Ready at Dawn, and then Sansa Games.
Bluepoint was a big thing for Sony in like the early 2010s. I don't know. I think the issue with Uncharted is that they feel like they've ended it. I think Neil Druckmann is the problem. I think he's just very bougie. I think he looks at himself the way he thinks he's like fucking Scorsese or Tarantino. Like, I feel like that's how he looks at himself. Where he thinks he's this big shot fucking director. And he's an autiste. And I feel like he is very nitpicky on the things that he makes. And he is in line with what Sony views their games as. Sony wants to make movies, essentially. Like, their games are cinematic movie experiences that you can play. And I think that that's the direction that they've been on, and that's the direction that kind of made them successful. Because if you look at Uncharted 1 through 3 versus 4, they're completely different games. 4 is a great game, don't get me wrong.
That's a very odd thing to say, considering that everything that's been happening with Sony and like the live service games. Like, we knew that they wanted to turn God of War into a live service game. They also were trying to do it to Horizon, if I'm not mistaken. Then there's this whole what is the name of that stupid game that has all the drama? That
Concord?
shooter game? Yeah. No, not Concord. The one that with the people stealing the art.
Oh, the Bungie shit?
Yeah.
I don't remember the name.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like, and then there was talks of a side scroller God of War coming out. That's supposedly
sounds cute,
being
actually.
announced this week. Huh?
That sounds cute, actually.
Yeah,
I
so that's
would
what
play
I'm saying.
that.
So like, it's not just like the cinematic match, but even if that was the case, like, they still need to make money on other avenues, put out other games. to
Well,
make
that's
money
why
to
they
help fund these other things.
remaster The Last of Us.
That is true. That is true.
That's why they dropped The Last of Us like 8 fucking times and made the shitty ass season 2 and whatever. But the thing is that the previous CEO was the one that was pushing this live service bullshit with the purchase of Bungie and all that nonsense. That flopped so hard. It took one game for that shit to die. But their thing is definitely cinematic experiences. Look at Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
God of War.
And the
like,
Venom game that's coming out, and Wolverine. Yes, I
Bro.
understand that, but like, they have
we have
other
not seen
things
anything
they
about
can do.
Wolverine.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute. That leak was the most we got.
They probably scrapped that shit after that too. I mean, they canceled the Black Panther game by EA.
Yeah. I
There's-
can't imagine that being good.
There's so many Marvel games. Well, there's another Black Panther game, the Captain America one.
1947 or some shit like that.
Yeah, there's the Iron Man one, Wolverine, and Spider-Man 3 is still in development.
And Venom. Venom's getting his own.
Yeah, and Venom. So, like, I'm assuming they're gonna do another Miles game too with Silk.
We shall see.
That's weird. That's really weird. I mean, you're not wrong. Like, there's so many other things that Sony could be pushing. And
Yeah, because then, like, what's the excuse then for everybody's golf? That's not a cinematic experience.
yeah, you're right. Is it
Well,
VR?
No, it's just a regular game. The only VR game they announced was the Thief game.
I skipped that one too.
Don't you like the Thief games?
I don't like VR games.
Ah, that makes sense. Yes.
Yeah, I refuse to buy a PSVR when it's more expensive than the PS5.
True. True. Well, anyway, Ninja Gaiden also got announced.
They showed
the
Ninja
like
Gaiden?
3D one. It's a 2D Ninja Gaiden. It was another character.
Oh,
It's got announced a while ago, but this is just like an extended trailer.
I thought they showed Ninja Gaiden 4 for a minute.
No.
Nice.
Then there was the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection.
I skipped that too.
I was like, oh, okay, so you kill off MK1, and then like you hear it's like, play the other games that you like.
They got to make the money back. This is how they make the money back.
Easy little ports. Then we had Delta.
I don't see myself buying that.
No, I don't know who the fuck is clamoring right now for Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. They act like the Mortal Kombat games are like the old Street Fighter games.
Yeah.
But the Mortal Kombat games are just the old, like 1 through 3. 3 is being the best one. But 1 through 3 are just mashers. They're literally just button mashers.
Yeah. Hope and pray for the best.
Yeah. Where like you can't compare that to like a Street Fighter 2 Turbo or a third.
But I also feel like the graphics for the older Mortal Kombat games are just hard to deal with than like a Street Fighter, because like they can mess with the pixels a little bit on like a Street Fighter, like touch them up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You can't really do that for the Mortal Kombat.
No, yeah, you're right.
Do that. Yeah.
You can
upscale a pixel.
Yeah, like Alpha is so stylized.
Exactly.
Yeah, those games just look good.
But even like Street Fighter 2, like that's what I'm saying. Like the old games, you can polish those up. You can't really do that for Mortal Kombat.
Well, they did the HD one back in like 2009.
Yeah, but they still look jank.
No, I'm
like,
talking about Street Fighter.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the Street Fighter HD looks better than like a Mortal Kombat HD.
Mm-hmm. Tiger.
Uppercut.
Tiger uppercut.
I wish I could do the Vegas, yo.
Yeah, I could do it, but I don't want to do it.
Oh my god, I completely forgot Neo 3. Bro, I stood up. I was like, yes. Give me my Neo. Yes.
I'm surprised that they announced Neo 3. Do those games even do well?
Yeah, they do well.
Because they feel very niche.
So I think what Koei Tecmo does, and I feel like I don't know how the fuck they're doing it.
Yo, Koei Tecmo releases a lot of games, by the way. Before you,
they do. Yeah,
they drop so many fucking games.
But most of the games are like the Muso games. I feel like it's somewhat easy to make those games because like you're just probably using like a lot of like the same assets, and then you're just dropping different character models on top, and like maybe different mechanics here and there.
They made Rise of Ronin, didn't they? Or was that Team Ninja?
That was Team Ninja.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they made they're making another Hyrule Warriors, no?
Yeah. I mean, but that's like mainly what they do. They do the Muso games and then the Nobunaga games, which are just all like they're like Civ games, Civ and then RTS type stuff.
Like, I'd play Neo 3. Am I excited for it? Like, I don't know.
I like them. I really enjoy those games.
I love Neo 1.
Yes.
I think Neo 1 is so good. Then Neo 2, I didn't really like the customization stuff. I preferred it being a story.
I think they did that because so many people were going crazy with the builds in the first game. So now they were just like, here, do whatever you want.
Right. We had fun though when we played it.
We did, yeah.
I'm down to play it again.
That was another thing. That game was co-op, so that was also pretty dope.
Yeah.
They did that. But
yeah, the games are fun. I never finished 2. I gotta finish 2.
Oh, what Koei Tecmo does is they drop these Neo-like games in between FromSoft games.
Yeah, they dropped Stranger Paradise
Mm-hmm.
when Sekiro dropped, I think.
Yep. So it's like, oh, you finished your FromSoft game and you want something else to play that's kind of similar? Here's here's our game. It's very flashy and fun.
I will say the Neo games are more enjoyable than the Souls games.
In what aspect?
I just have more fun. I think the enemies are cooler. The combat's better.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
The game is tighter in the sense of like dodging and blocking and like there's a higher skill ceiling, I think, and like getting to parry and all that nonsense. The different weapons are fun. Sometimes Souls games just at some point just get to you have to fight the enemies just kind of the same way. You slash roll block slash roll OP move. And just like we had this discussion before, where like FromSoft is just getting really annoying. This is a personal pet peeve. This is not like something that I feel like is detrimental to FromSoft, but personally, I cannot stand delayed like attacks. Like when the dude is taking his arm back, he's about to swing, and he goes to swing, but he's like, ah, and he goes back and he pulls back, or he does like a lunge, and the lunge is like takes forever, and you have to sit there and like you have to wait, and then you dodge roll, but he's not hitting you yet, and then you fuck, okay, so you dodge roll again, but he's still in the air, and then he comes down really quickly. Like, does that make sense to you? Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I know exactly, but that's the point though. It's to punish your preemptive rolls.
I hate shit like that, and that like I said, that's just like a personal thing. Like I cannot stand that shit. It's crazy because Expedition 33 has that, where you have to parry or dodge certain moves.
Yes.
There are enemies in that game that, especially towards the later end of the game, maybe the second half of the game, yo, they dead ass like they'll do like 5 spins in a row. And every time they spin, I'm just like, okay, here we go. Ooh. And I'm like, I hit the parry button. I'm like, oh fuck. And then they'll swing, but it's still like another fake out, and then they'll swing. And I'm just like, oh, this is insane. The final boss is a big victim of that. But like, yeah, that's like a personal thing. I was playing Expedition and I was like, fuck these enemies, bro. But I hate it in the FromSoft games. Cause like maybe I just personally enjoy Expedition 33 more than FromSoft games. So like I deal with it in that game as opposed to like something like Elden Ring. But I just hate in Elden Ring when enemies take forever to hit, or they fake you out, or then they have like a 20 multi-hit attack that doesn't stop. Like I can't do it. I can't.
Very interesting.
I cannot fucking do
it. It's so interesting though, coming from you, because like as someone who like plays fighting games, like it's so weird that you're like antsy in the FromSoft games, but then like you can play so patient and like wait in a fighting game.
Nah, bro, because when you tap medium punch, your medium punch is coming out. There's no delay.
No, but like what I'm saying is, so like in a fighting game, like there are times where like you don't press a button, like you wait so that you can like react to something, which is this like theoretically the same thing that you're doing in like a FromSoft game. Like as their like animations are starting up, like a lot of the times if you just wait and then dodge roll, like you don't, like you're not really suffering for anything. Like that's intentionally what you're supposed to, like you're supposed to be calm in the moment and like watch them. Like I'm assuming that's like the design philosophy is that's what they want you to do, is to like just slow down and be calm, because like almost every single attack in most of the games can be parried. They can be like simply like dodge rolled, and a lot of the times like they want you to be on the enemy instead of backing away from them. So a lot of the times dodge rolling towards the enemy is the better decision than away, because that's when like the delayed attacks typically hit you, because then like their hitboxes open up. But I don't know. I don't know. It's just interesting, like talking to you and like knowing how you are with a fighting game, and like a lot of times like you tell me to like to calm down, like watch what he's doing. Like you can call shit out before it's happening, but like for a FromSoft game, that's not really the same thing. You have a different mindset.
I think it's like,
I wonder why.
I think it's like I don't think it's bad game design. I think it works.
I mean, I'm not saying that that's what you think.
Yeah, like I think that it works for what it is. I just can't. Maybe the gameplay loop, maybe like the playing another player, knowing that you're going against another person who is also going through the same mindset and thought process that you are. It's a different experience. Whereas like FromSoft games, it's I didn't dodge roll here, so there's my entire life bar, and because I got faked out and I have to run back from the fucking bonfire, go back to the boss fight, learn the pattern again, where instead of like, and then just beat the boss and that's it. I got a soul. And I get to progress. You know, like I did all that for that. Whereas like playing online in Street Fighter, learning a matchup, learning a character, learning how your opponent plays, you're beating that person. Like that is another human being that you're outplaying. And you can go, I'm better than you. Or like you're learning with them. You know, like it's
beating the game. It's the same thing.
But there's no beating Street Fighter. You know?
But you're beating the person.
Yeah.
As opposed to beating the game.
But I'm beating a person. Like I get more satisfaction out of that than like spending 2 hours on a boss fight in Dark Souls.
I don't know.
Maybe I just don't like those games. Like I think I'm coming to that.
That's definitely what it sounds like.
I think I'm just coming to the realization that I don't enjoy FromSoft games, and the only one I enjoy is Bloodborne and Sekiro.
Yeah, because then like, what's the difference between like killing a monster and like Monster Hunter? It's a very similar concept.
Monster Hunter. We also had this conversation. Monster Hunter to me is like a calm experience. Like. For me, how I play Monster Hunter and what I get out of Monster Hunter is I just want to kill some shit. Like I don't care about build. I don't care about what my status effects do. Like I don't care about none of that. I just want to get my sword. I want to go in and kill the monster. So like because my build is shit and it takes me 2 hours to kill that monster, like that's whatever. That's fine. The monsters usually aren't even that hard anyways. Not the most since World. Like I got into it during World, so like I haven't played anything before World, so I can't comment on
a
that.
lot of the later monsters, so it's
but like it's just Monster Hunter is just like a chill, fun experience for me. Like I just enjoy killing shit. I just like hitting things and doing flashy stuff, and I think that's why I like Wild so much, because like you just do flashy shit. Like I just want to do cool shit. It's why I like Devil May Cry. Devil May Cry games they're not like super difficult. Like 3 has a sort of a learning gap in it, but they're just like the enemies don't even do crazy shit either. I just want to do cool combos and like fuck shit up. Like yeah. So like going into something like a Dark Souls, like I'm just like ugh. You know, the learning gap has to be interesting to me. I think that's why I prefer Bloodborne, because Bloodborne has to switch weapons and they have like the cool, like you could slash up with the regular saw and then switch into the long saw, or like
use the gun
and then use the gun to parry, and I can like visceral attack after the parry and feel rewarded for learning those patterns. Whereas like
Sekiro too.
Yeah, exactly. And like Sekiro also, it's like parry, 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 and then you start slicing them up. Then you do the jump, and you jump off their head, and then you parry the other move, and then you step on the sword, and like there's like a cool interesting
lot more
learning
going on
gap to it.
there.
Yeah, that's why I like Neo too, because Neo, you're like like with the spear, you like spit in the fucking spear, ta 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 ta, and then
You know,
they're
you trip them,
yeah, and then
change
you
stance,
parry
and
with
then
the
you
spear, and then you can switch to the big axe, and then you start fucking them with the big axe. Like, I think that's why I enjoy those games. Where like Dark Souls is maybe a little too bare bones. Like it's like roll, roll, roll,
but I think that's the
block,
point.
roll, roll. Oh, this he's doing a 20 hit attack. Roll. Oh, it's my turn to hit, but guess what? He's not staggered. Roll. Oh, you thought that was the end of his attacks, but now he's hitting again. And I'm just like, I can't. There's no consistency for me.
Those games.
And that's fine. Like that they're just not for me.
That's also fair.
Yeah, like that type of play style is just not for me, and I can accept that and be at terms with that. Where like, I think that's why I hate the ape fight in Sekiro, because that fight feels like a Dark Souls fight.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like that one.
Because
A lot of people get stuck. Yeah.
that fight, genuinely, I spent maybe like an hour on it because I'm just like, everything that I learned up until this fight does not apply. So you made me learn something for the first 10 hours of this game, and that's what I was accustomed to playing. And now I have to throw all of that out of the window and just run around the fucking map and look for openings. And throw firecrackers. It's like, I have to cheese this boss when the last 10 hours and the 10 hours after this, I am literally learning your learning curve.
I can see the logic and all that. What else did they announce? Thief VR we already spoke about. Tides of Tomorrow I didn't really care for. I'm excited that Astrobot's getting Sword of the Seas by the same people who did Abizu, that like swimming game. And I think they have a couple other ones.
Skip that one too.
James Bond was pretty cool to see.
I was skipping around. I got to that trailer. I thought it was Uncharted. Saw the Lionsgate logo, and then I skipped it.
I thought it was Uncharted 2 at first. Like the first couple of seconds until his music hit, and then I was like, oh.
Yeah, it did the and I was just like, yeah, okay. This game was announced previously, though. I thought we were going to see it at Summer Games Fest.
Yes. Then Ghost of Yotei is getting its own state of play, which is pretty interesting.
I purposefully skipped the Ghost of Yotei stuff because I think I want to go into that game blind.
Yeah, they're just getting their own state of play in July.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to watch that. I think I want to go right in. Just.
And then your favorite game.
Nah, I don't
Tokon. Tokon.
Oh my god, bro! Like first,
Tokon.
Before we talk about that game,
oh my.
Resident Evil 2 and 3 coming to PlayStation Plus, but I already got
Twisted Metal. What 3 and 4?
Yeah, but I got the GLG versions of that, and they run superb. So and I don't really like. Normally, I would have been excited, but those versions are just superior. Plus, I modded them to have the super HD experience. Yes. Second of all, Delta. Oh my fucking god, bro! Delta looks so good.
Yeah, I tried to talk about it earlier, and you kept talking about some other shit. Like, okay, I guess we're not talking about.
No, I don't mind talking about Delta, bro. Konami. Yeah, just Delta looks good, man. Delta, I'm surprised at how good Delta looks.
Else that they could have possibly done. I'm so happy with the experience. They're promising.
10 years ago, I'd have been like, I'm not playing this piece of shit. I'm not playing anything that's not made by Kojima. But right now, I'm a grown man now.
I need that crack.
Yeah, 10 years ago, I was 18. I was a child. Like I wasn't really thinking correctly. Now I have perspective. And also, I played Silent Hill 2 Remake, and I see what Silent Hill F is, and I trust Konami. I have nothing but pure trust in them. But fine, let's talk about the elephant in the room.
The game that is not Marvel vs. Capcom 4. That's what you.
We can talk about the dog water. That's okay.
I'm so upset that it's not MVC 4. I'm so upset.
I mean, it's so daunting to talk about because, like, this game is gonna have a great first year, and that's like, this is gonna have a big scene at Evo, and it's gonna make a lot of fucking money with the casuals and the competitive people. People are already like going ape shit over it online. I don't know, man. I don't see the longevity in it. I think it's gonna be another Marvel Rivals situation.
Yeah, Marvel Rivals is like dying right now. The only people that are still playing are like toxic too, which is kind of unfortunate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see it going that route. The unfortunate thing about this is that, like, I can't say that you should have gone with Capcom to make more money, because they're gonna make money. The people are gonna buy the shit out of this for nostalgia reasons. People are gonna buy this because they want Marvel vs. Capcom. So, like, you know, you're getting both of those demographics. The thing is that, like, I just can't get behind it. It just doesn't look appealing to me. And, like, I've played Arxis games before. I'm playing Grand Blue right now. And, like, these games, they lack complexity. Like, there's...
Yeah, that's the point.
Yeah, Arxis games are just super dumbed down, easy mode fighting games. I can't get behind it. I really, really can't. I popped a little bit when I saw Doom, because I was just like, oh, like, that's exciting. Like, it's not because I was like, oh, Spider-Man, Miss Marvel, Iron Man, okay. Like,
why don't you like his design?
Whose?
Doom's.
He's too skinny. Yeah, he's too skinny for me. Like, he doesn't look intimidating. He doesn't look like, he's too interactive for me. Like, Doom in Marvel vs. Capcom, he got the pose with the arms crossed. He's big.
The chair.
Yeah, the cape is flowing. He's sending the missiles, and he's foot diving. Like, his magic and his technology speaks for him in those games. Whereas this one, like, he's pulling out the gat, and then he's like punching around, and he has like, I guess he has like the beam, which is kind of like the hidden missile that he uses. He looks like, you ever seen the reboot Fantastic Four cartoon?
Yeah.
Like, he looks like
yeah. Like Earth's Mightiest Heroes type stuff. Yeah.
It was a little before that.
No, like, it's like a similar like art style.
I like him in that Avengers show. Is it Earth's Mightiest Heroes? Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes?
Yeah.
I like his design in that one. I don't like his design in the Fantastic Four show. But it reminds me of that. I think he's too skinny. I think he needs to be big and bulky. Doom, when I think about Doom, he's usually like a intimidating,
daunting.
Yeah, intimidating looking person. So I just can't get behind it. But I mean, like, again, like, I still, no matter what, I'm gonna pop for Doom, because I fucking love Dr. Doom. But yeah, I can't. I didn't like Star-Lord. I don't know what they're doing with Star-Lord. Every time we see Star-Lord in something, he's more, what's the word I'm looking for? He's
douchey.
Yeah, I guess.
It's like douchier and douchier every single time we see.
Which is wild, because, like, he's not douchey in the movies either.
But the idea is that he's a douche. Like, don't they even say that in the movies, that he's a kind of like a jerk. That's the impression that everyone has of Star-Lord, that he's like a jerk. So that's why they're going with these like type of aesthetics for him.
It's weird to me, because he never feels really, to me personally, I feel like he's douchier when he's made by other people that are not James Gunn.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, when James Gunn in Guardians movies, he doesn't feel super douchey. Especially Guardians 3. Like, yeah, he doesn't come off douchey but when the Russo brothers did Guardians in the Avengers movies, they were douchey as hell.
Yeah, I mean that's just what happens when you got like 9 people writing the same character.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't like the Star-Lord designs. And then like also, but like who's asking for Star-Lord, bro? Like I know you got to put Guardians in there because Guardians are a
I
big
mean, a
thing
lot of
now.
people like Star Lord.
I don't know. Like they could have put
Very
Rocket.
popular.
Um, I don't like the Iron Man design. I can't get behind it either.
He's like a Gundam. It's very interesting.
Literally, yeah. I don't know. I can't do it.
And then Miss Marvel looks like an anime character.
Oh, she's
She looks so
super
different.
kawaii.
Yeah, super different from everyone else.
Yeah.
Honestly, Robbie is the one that I probably like the most.
They didn't really change his design though.
Yeah, that's why I like Robbie.
Yeah,
Robbie
literally.
he looks really dope.
He's got the
And he
jacket
has, like,
with the
his
same
little,
outline.
yeah, he talks about like East LA too. I was like, oh, okay, I see you
Yeah.
reinventing yourself with a Robbie.
He got the same car. The car looks exactly the same.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't really change his design. That's why we like it. Same thing with Storm. They didn't really change their design. That's why.
Okay, no. So like, I went back and watched it. Her design is it's not original Storm.
She has like
So
a tiara.
No, her actual outfit is different.
Is it?
Yeah,
Maybe
I'm
I
watching
was
it right
just
now.
so like distraught. I saw the white with the white under capes under her armpits.
Yep.
And like that was it. I was just like, okay, that looks pretty cool.
I did the same thing, but now that I'm like going back at it, I'm looking at it. I'm like, oh, like you look very different. Woman. I don't know. They're doing a lot with these outfits.
So I was skipping around, so I didn't see the beginning of the trailer. So I skipped around. I saw the Marvel logo, and then I saw Captain America and Iron Man fighting, and I was just like, "What the fuck is this?" And immediately I was like, "But this doesn't look like Capcom, because this would be in the RE engine if that was the case." And so I flipped back, and then I saw Arxis pop up, and I was just like, ugh, God, no, please. Out of all the fighting game devs, like, out of all the devs you could have chose, you chose Arxis, bro. Like, oh my God. Arxis is not good. Like,
It's the same thing they did though with Rivals though. Instead of getting like a company that I guess is like known for like long term development, they go with NetEase because NetEase is like one of the big super like gotcha game companies. They burn extremely bright, make massive amounts of money, and then they just fucking buy out, and which is low-key what's happening with fucking Rivals right now. Tokon Fighting Souls. Tokon.
Marvel Tokon. It's so Japanese, but all the locations were in New York.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on.
You saw Shuma?
Yes. I don't know. It's such a weird fucking thing.
And they got air combos.
Yeah, I mean barely, but yeah.
4v4 is crazy. Y'all couldn't even make Strive 3v3 right.
That's my biggest issue is that none of the Arxis games are like have decent roster sizes. Like none of them.
Yeah, like cross
Absolutely
tag
not.
is probably like the closest thing.
But even then, cross tag, that was what, like 3-4 years in that they were just like constantly adding characters. Tag,
Yeah. Cross tag also used reused assets.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. They were pulling characters from other games that they already made and just dropping them.
Yeah. The only new characters in that game were the Ruby characters.
No, and then later on they added some newer ones. But either way, yeah. At launch, they were like what, like six new characters? Everyone else was reused.
Mm-hmm. And they have more DLC planned for that game too.
And again, at launch, there weren't even that many characters.
Yeah,
So even if they were reusing assets and all that other stuff, they still weren't that many, bro.
I'm still mad they never added more Ruby characters. There was so many other Ruby characters that you could have added. No way, they added what's her name? The one that doesn't speak. I forgot her name.
With the pink hair?
Yeah.
No, she was an airhead.
No, there was one with pink hair that she had an umbrella. and she didn't speak.
I think I know who you're talking.
They added her. She was like the only other Ruby character they added later on. I don't know, man. I just see it right now. I see it now. Beautiful, big and bright. Season 1 of Marvel Tokon, blah, 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 blah. It's going to be like 5 characters, and it's going to be really hype and really cool. And then season 2 is going to be like Soul Bad Guy and fucking person from Grand Blue. Go put Gran from Grand Blue.
You really think they'll add guest characters?
Oh, 100% Soul Bad Guy is going to get like a Marvel fucking redesign.
Why would Marvel let them do that?
I don't know. It just sounds like Arxis.
Yeah, because then at that point it'll be a versus game, but that doesn't seem like that's what they want.
I don't think that's not what they want. I don't think Capcom and Marvel could come to something. I don't think they could have come to an agreement. That's what it feels like.
No, but I'm saying is like for this Marvel token thing.
Oh, well,
because
yeah.
if it was like a game that they were gonna add like Arxis characters to, I don't think it would have been called Marvel Token.
No, I'm talking they're just gonna add one. Like this is gonna be a season 3 DLC. We gonna get Soul Bad Guy. I'm calling it right now.
Dragon Ball FighterZ doesn't have any guest characters.
Dragon Ball FighterZ got like 8 Gokus.
But there's no guest characters though.
I know, but this is before guest characters were popular.
I don't know.
Dragon Ball FighterZ came out during a time where like they weren't really throwing too many guest characters at the win. Now everything has guest fighters. Fucking Fatal Fury has Reynaldo, and fucking Salvatore Ganacci. Even Street Fighter now got guest characters. Street Fighter never did guest characters. And then Arxis is adding the fucking Cyberpunk character to Guilty Gear.
Yes.
Everything got guest characters now, bro. Everything.
I don't know. I feel like that'll be really big publicity. I can't say that word.
There will be big.
It'll be big for Arxis character to be in a game with Marvel characters. Like they would be getting so much attention brought to them.
That's the point. You had one character.
This is Disney we talking about. If that Disney gonna be like, oh, your game is blowing up now we gonna buy it. Now it's Disney Arc.
No, because they're not gonna add multiple. It's gonna be one character in like season 3.
Right before the game dies.
Literally, that's what I'm saying. It's gonna be right before the game dies at season 3. They'll be like, "Here's Soul Bad Guy."
I don't know. I guess we'll see.
Or if they want to be super fancy with it, they'll add like Bike It or some shit. But I don't know. I can't. I'm not buying that game. I'm not playing that game. Like I refuse to. I can't support it. I can't.
What if it's free?
Then maybe I'll try it. But yeah, there's nothing about it that I watched that I was just like, this looks amazing.
One character is just too much.
Because I know what it is. But they said that you can play with one only if you want, and they have 3 assists.
Yeah.
So like, I guess it'll do like a ratio system in a way.
It's just weird, man. It's weird.
You know why they're doing this? So you can play as the whole Fantastic Four.
I can see that.
And they want you to play with 4 Avengers, 4 X-Men, 4 Guardians. Yeah, that's why they're doing that shit. But
I thought it was just to make fun of Capcom.
Nah. Oh, maybe that too. But yeah, I think the Fantastic Four wave train is really big right now. They're banking on Fantastic Four a lot currently. I mean, apparently the AMC website crashed today with the launch of the tickets. I think that was just a publicity thing. But
it's crazy too because the stream started lagging after the Marvel.
Yeah. The Marvel rise is crazy. People say Marvel's dead, but bro.
Nah, that stream went doo doo.
Yeah. And why do you think the Fantastic Four was the first season pass for Rivals? Yeah, they're banking on this a lot. I mean, even if you go right now to like your local supermarket, you can buy Pop Tarts Fantastic Four. You could buy 5 different cereal boxes that have Fantastic Four toys in them. When was the last time cereal had toys in them? They showed off the popcorn bucket today for AMC. Like they're banking on this hard. They're banking on this hard. And I think this is how Marvel plans to recuperate a lot of the costs that they're spending. But yeah, they're giving out this license like crazy, which is wild because Disney like 5 years ago was not handing out any licenses. Disney did not want anybody making games for them. And now everyone's making fucking Marvel games. Everyone's getting a piece of it.
Fucking Capcom, you got Arcs, NetEase,
EA,
they got the mobile games, yeah, EA,
Sony.
It's a lot, man. It's a lot.
Which is wild. Actually, this is a Sony exclusive.
Is it really?
So they said Sony's working on the game with ArcSys and Marvel. They were like, it's the 3 biggest companies that could work on this.
There was another game that it seemed like they were hinting that the game was exclusive to PlayStation. And I was just like, no, it can't be.
So Neo is, or at least will be for a year, which is what they did with the first one. Pragmata is exclusive. I think Silent Hill is an exclusive.
I think that's what it was. I think it was Pragmatic, and I think it said like PS4, PS5, and I was like, wait, what?
MGS is not exclusive, but it has exclusive content. This state of play, like, that's why when Resident Evil 9 wasn't announced, I was like, okay, this feels like Sony, like whatever Sony wanted to show. And like shit that's like third party and like cross platform will be on the Summer Game Fest show. It's because Summer Games Fest is going to be almost 2 hours.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I can't. I just can't do it. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good because I know how it's going to play. I know exactly how it's going to fucking play. You're going to mash square 6 times to do a flashy combo. You're going to hit L1 and it's going to change to one of your characters. And then you're going to mash square some more or mash squares, triangle, circle. And that'll do a launcher into mash squares, triangle, circle again to drop them back down. And then press R1 to go to your other character. Like, I just know how this game is going to play. And like, I was playing it in my head and watching the gameplay. And I was just like, this looks awful. This just looks so awful because I know how Fighters plays.
And Strive.
But the thing is that, it plays more like Strive than Fighters. Because at least...
Yeah, because there's even like the scene transitions, the way that you... guard break and everything too, because they showed a little bit of that. Exactly.
Like, Fighters, at least you get some expression with your assists and your air combos and... supers. They didn't show anything like super into super, did they?
No, it looked like just normals and
It looked like a Marvel Infinite kind of tag system.
It looks like there's an assist super.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because then it's not like your typical like what is it called in MVC2? It's a DDI or some shit like that.
It's hyper combo, team hyper combo, some shit.
Yeah. So it doesn't look like that. It looks like its own actual special in itself because like they like combo you and like all 4 people come up and start beating you up.
Yeah,
I guess.
It looks like Cross Tekken where you're gonna share a health bar. I don't know how you're gonna juggle 4 health bars. 8, technically. You're gonna juggle 8 health bars.
But it was weird though, because like the line that he says, like, oh, like play as the first character, the very next line that he says though is then you could switch to the other characters. So maybe you are all sharing like a singular health bar, and he's like, you want to play one character, you do that.
I think that's what makes me think you share a health bar. Where it's like you could be like, oh, here's the ratio system where you could just play one character and then the other person can decide to play with 2 characters and 2 assists, but they just have that one shared health bar, which is annoying. That's one of the things I hated about Street Fighter Cross Tekken. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. The level 3 type of super, like the Doom one looked cool, where he got the Doom bots out and they were like fucking up the character, and then it zoomed into his face and you see his eye. I thought that one looked cool. There was a few shots that like the animations, the supers, where I was like, this looks kind of cool. But again, that's like a super animation. That's
they always look cool.
Yeah, they always look cool. Like there's no way to really fuck that up, especially with a company like Arxis, who does a really good job at super animations. Like the Dragon Ball Fighter super animations are some of the best super animations I've ever seen. Yeah, I wonder what fell through with Capcom.
I'm telling you, that's why they put out those collections, because they were like, "Yo, you're not getting, we'll give you this, but leave us alone."
I wonder. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if
it's definitely it's about showcasing characters. Marvel wants their characters showcased.
Yeah, they want Marvel.
They don't want other characters. Like they don't want you looking at. They don't want you looking at no Morgan. They don't want you looking at no one else. Like, don't be hyped for Akuma. Be hyped for our characters. Be hyped for a
Star-Lord
coming. Yeah, that's definitely what it is. They were like, we do not want to share the limelight because they're doing so much for the MCU that it doesn't make any sense to give any amount of money to anybody else when they could just do it for them. And that's exactly why they probably went to Arcs, because they were like, you're probably cheaper, you probably on the rise, you making all these bum ass games that die. Bet give us some of that bread too. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if they'll put a guest character. Disney's kind of shisty.
They go, you're gonna. We know you're gonna make millions of dollars in the first year, but we don't care about anything else that comes after that. We just want to make the $1 million at first. Anything else after that, that's on you. Whatever. Get us on Evo. Get us in the limelight, and that's it.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
Fuck this game. Fuck this game. You wouldn't catch me dead paying $60-$70 for this game.
That's another thing, price. I don't even want to think about that.
Fuck that shit. Especially if I'm nah. No. I'd rather pay $70 to play ZA.
$80.
It's $70. What do you mean $80?
Isn't it $70.99 or $79.99?
No, it's $69.99. I'm looking at it right now.
Oh yeah, it's not that bad.
Yeah, it's a normal game price. But yeah.
Right, we should probably clip this here.
Yeah, I agree. It's already gone long enough.
Rambled. Yeah.
Fuck Marvel, Tokon, blah blah blah. Fuck Arceus, bro.
Tokon, the token game.
Fuck that shit. Goodbye. Get out of here. We'll see you on the podcast this weekend for Summer Game Fest, the better show.
Let's hope that it's a better show.
All right, peace out.
Peace, man.